Hello, howdy doody. I don't know. I was just channeling my inner Dustin. I think there sounded nothing like Dustin. Sorry. We are back for Chase to the Underground live stream. The Chase to the Underground never went away, not even for 1 week. Just kept on going all the way through the summer and has been going strong through the winter months. But I wasn't doing the live stream. I was too busy racing it myself. But I thought, come on, stop being selfish, get the live stream going. So here I am back again to cover the live stream, running solo again. So for those of you who used to watch the live stream, I used to have Andy helping me out. No more. The guy doesn't even Zwift. He sold his kicker bike. He's gone. He's gone. He's having a kid as well. So he's out. He is clocked out. So this is also a call out. If there is somebody out there who is keen to join the live stream in future, we need to try and bring it back from every week moving forwards, then please join me. Make it so that I don't have to constantly talk nonstop for the best part of 40 minutes. That'd be great. Just hand it over to someone. You know, when you ever watch the Zwift community live, you got Nathan Guerra, Dave Town. You can just see Nathan passes the mic over to David. He's talking, and then Nathan can run off, shake a cocktail, make a pina colada, and chill for a bit. Just get his voice back. But not me. Got to slog it out solo. It's a miserable experience. But I am going to be feeling a lot better just from the quality of racing that we're going to see here tonight. If you are watching, which you are, if you hear me say that, true story, hit me up in the comments. I will be able to see them, gather them in, and respond accordingly. But I don't know what the viewership's going to be like, considering how long we've been away for, but we will see. So anyway, speaking of C's, we are in with the C's. C's and the B's have been pretty dominant in the Chase to the Underground this season. And it's not surprising because when you look at the numbers out there, they are pretty much the biggest groups going. So it's been hard work for the D's and the A's. But especially the A's, they've had some of the wins. Hard to work together when there's so few of you. Looks like there's only 3 of them out on course tonight. Well, we'll have to see if that's true. And it's a little bit harder for the D's as well. They've been oddly quite low on numbers. So who is your money on? Please let me know in the comments. Surely it'll be down to the B's and the C's just because they have this huge numerical advantage. And you can see the C's working relatively well together, which is good to see. There is a rider who's just popped off the front. We're currently viewing from the skies. Let's hop in with the pack. Yeah, they seem to be doing pretty good. Don't know what power they are putting out on the front here. Let's try and have a quick look, see if we can see. 3.6, so pumping up over the cat limit just to take the pulls, which is exactly what you want to see. Lovely visor, by the way. Very much appreciating some of the fashion. Don't know what you prefer out there, the visor or the headband. Oh, there's a nifty little Zwift. Is it here, this rider here who is rocking the Zwift Racing League, WTRL Zwift Racing League helmet, which you have unlocked in previous seasons for winning the Zwift Racing League. It is a lovely helmet. I was lucky enough to get one myself, despite winning many of the elite racing leagues. We never really have any unlocks, but I managed to get this helmet through DSing one of our community teams a couple of years ago, I think, when we actually got it. Whenever the first time they introduced it. So never had anything for winning any elite racing, which is a shame. But I believe there's going to be some sort of in-game identification for teams that do win the upcoming Zwift games. So, that'll be interesting to see. It's nice that they've considered that because it's something which has been missing for a long time from the elite racing. But whoa, is that Jill? Jill getting, I don't know what's going on with Jill. Jill, what? Jill's just in the background doing fucking donuts. Jill, what are you doing? Damn, she's just like, I don't want to race with you. I'm going to do some donuts in the middle. Wow. Come on, Jill. I don't know if that is the experience for Jill or if on her Zwift she's just riding normally, but this was unexpected. I did not expect to see this in the middle of the chase race. And another rider's just caught her, probably wondering what the hell is Jill doing. It's absolutely crazy. All right, Jill, we're going to have to leave you there doing donuts in the middle of the road. You're absolutely insane. Look. I know. Jill, if you're there, I hope you're okay. Let's hop in with one of the other groups. Let's hop in with the A's. So the A's here will get to don the coalition kit. That is what they get for undoubtedly having to suffer the most in this race. They are the last team to go off. And they're a small group. So you can see there is only 5 of them. But they're basically doing a team time trial. Look at this formation. I mean, it's absolutely perfect by all accounts. And this is what they have to do. You got 5 riders. It is just a T for you. And it's looking super tidy, got to say. A's crushing this. We'll know a little bit later on how well they are doing from a time gap perspective, but as we view the inside of some buildings, we can see that they are doing like a pretty nice job of working together. And that's what you've got to do in the end. This race is all about racing together as a team. And the team, well, yes, numbers do come into it. The team which works together the best is going to be the one which wins. We've seen it in many chase races. There are a lot of riders or groups which just end up splitting, losing half the pack. I've seen it in the C's myself, which is lose riders, and you basically kill your chances. So if you work together, that's the way you're going to do it. So A is doing a cracking job here. A little spin around. Here we go. Lovely. Look at that. Top job from the A's. Where's Matt Brandt this week? I thought Matt Brandt was in the chase race for good now. I had a feeling in my bones that this was going to be his thing. But no, Matt Brandt, I'm afraid. Hopefully we'll see you back next week, Matt. It's a call out. Okay, so that is it for the A's. Just checking in on the chat. Jim says his money is on the B's. Okay, I don't blame you. We're going to hop in with the B's in a second. Neil's also is in for the B's. B's always heavy on the propaganda in the chat. B basically had TTTs some of these weeks. Yeah, B's have been a bit low on numbers, but let's see if we can see Jill. Let's see if we can see Jill as the A's go by. See if she's still there. It looks like she's still there doing. Watch out, A's. Watch out for Jill. Oh, Jill, Jesus Christ. Whew. Okay. Where are the B's? Here we are. Here are the B's. It is pretty tranquil at the back here. 2.8 watts per kilo. You're not going to win it doing that. But I'm happy that you're able to have a bit of a chill time there. But damn, bees are looking like they have got the numbers. Grind rod, get on! You're 2 seconds off, 3 seconds off. What's happened? Oh no, grind rod. I think grind rod at the beginning was saying it was his first. Was it his first chase race or something? Oh, that is so sad to see. That is so sad to see. I'm sorry. We've lost you. Maybe you had a mechanical or something, which negatively affected the ride. Look, there is a very stringy line coming through this bit. It's a really weird section of the Yokio map that where the road basically it's in a few different Zwift levels, where you basically have what seems like a wide road, but the actual area you can ride in is like a bendy bit. They had a similar bit which they've added on the new routes on Watopia, where you're just that's weird. I think you should still have some little like cones or something to make it clear that that's the way you're going to be going. Because I'm always like, I want to take the quickest way. Oh no, not some spam. Damn. I've made it, surely, if I'm getting some spam in the chat. Jesus. Let's just try and have a bit of a guess. Where the oh, we've got a bit of steering going on. A couple of people are steering. I don't actually know if steering is enabled in our event. I didn't specifically ask for it to be enabled or disabled, so I'd have to check Zwift events to see if that's actually the best thing. So it looks like the gap currently. That must be a drop. There must be a drop C rider. Yeah. Okay. So the gap currently is about 1 minute 20 between the C's and the B's. I don't think that's going to be enough. So by my calculation, probably I think the B's have already closed down the gap by half already, and we're just under half. We're under halfway, so it's looking pretty good for the B's. Got to say, C's, if you're listening, come on, my homies. Got to put the hammer down. We haven't got any ride leaders this week, but we do have people who are ride leaders in the group. So, James, Paul, get on there, get on those C's to start like hammering it a bit harder. But again, got to play it careful, because if you then go right, bang, C's, we've got to go harder pulls on the front, then you risk splitting up the group, and then you further diminish your chances. So it's a tough one. It's a real tough one. Definitely been there where the C's have gone too hard, split the group, and it's been really hard work. Grind Rod has to do Innsbruck with me. But when is your ladder league? Are you disappearing in the middle of the race to go do ladder league? Is this your warm up? Dirty. All right, let's get rid of this ticker. Jesus. I need another ticker. Yes. Follow. If you're not following us, follow us on Instagram. Some of you might even be watching on Instagram. I haven't checked, but I believe I'm live streaming to Instagram as well. I should have a look, to be honest. Let's see. Is it working? No, that's John B. I'm missing out on John B to do this. Doesn't look like. Meh. Maybe it didn't work. Das ist schade. Maybe I'm going to check one thing quickly. Let's just hop in with the C's. Okay, couple of C's just falling off the back there. So Barbie just falling off the back with Meunier. David Bull is just, I don't know if David's just, if he's fallen back, if he was just maybe trying to offer a wheel. I think it is going to be a little bit too late, sadly, to help Barbie get back in. So we've lost a few riders there, and we'll just stick the camera there. I'm just double checking what is going on with Instagram. And what? Oh, I'm not live on Instagram because I didn't press go live. That will. Why does Instagram have to make live streaming so complicated? Jesus. And now I can just hear myself, which is no fun. But we do have 3 people watching on Instagram. That's 4 people. But I'm listening to myself from a long time ago. All right. How do I mute myself on Instagram? This is the question. All right. I've never done this live streaming on Instagram, so that bit is completely new to me. If you like the live stream on Instagram, please do let me know. Okay. Surely there was a way to. Uh, I'll just take my headphones off. Then I don't have to listen to myself. Interesting, interesting. So if you want, I believe you can also watch on Instagram. Should you be so inclined, I think you'll get the optimal experience watching on Twitch. But there you go. We are experts in technology here at the Coalition. I'm going to hop back into the chat to see where we are. Niels is saying, "Are we race in 7 minutes?" So not gonna make the end of the chase to the underground. Sadly, off to do ladder league, Shada. But good luck in your ladder league race. Oh, Jim says I've added 7 kilograms since I last raced 7 weeks ago. Must be close to C now. Now I don't know how much weight I put on, like 4 kilos at least, because I was like, it's winter. I need to start doing some more weights. So I'm getting on that creatine. Put on like at least 2 kilos just in water weight. 2 kilos in water weight, I think, and probably about 2 kilos in speculus. I'm still riding my bike. I'm still training jujitsu, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, creatine is not your friend if you're a cyclist on Zwift, unless you want to gain weight, which I advise against. Um, but it happens, and you just gotta like live with it. So I think I'm actually my heaviest now that I've ever been on Zwift. I've got that little red marker every time I do an event on Zwift. So, but doesn't stop any of the fun. It just means I have to work that little bit harder when I'm racing in the seas. Very doubtful that I'll ever get back to my former height, heady heights of being a B rider, but I think the seas are a bit more fun. So seas are where I started out when I first started Zwift racing. God knows how many years ago, 2015. Um, and then I finally made it up to the Bs, and then I'm back in the Cs. But it's all good. It's all good. The Bs are where we are right now, by the way. Still 8. chunky amount of riders. That's the amount. I'm not saying the riders themselves are chunky, and they have got the numbers, and the gap is now down to. Is the gap gone up? Uh, it looks like the gap has gone up between the B's and the C's, which is good news for the C riders. Amazing work from them. Let's just hop in and let's just try and find the A's. The A's are still 5, so well done to all of the A riders for managing to stick together, work together. That is pretty cool to see. They have been TTTing as best as possible, um, and they've been doing a pretty good job. I mean, the gap from the A's to B's is currently 1 minute 15. That's super impressive. So the gaps are currently looking at like A's to the B's is 1 minute 15. The gap from the B's to the C's is just under 2 minutes. And I haven't really had a chance to see if there are any D riders out there. So I'm gonna go ahead. Looks like the A's are still smashing it, which is super cool to see. The D's get the longest head start out of everyone in the race, but have been like very low on numbers. And again, I think this week um, they haven't had a chance. Now, this is the crunch point. So we are now heading to it's a pretty flat course except for this bit. This is the only climb really in this race. It's not a very steep climb. It's the I just call it the roo is it just called the rooftop climb? Yeah, rooftop climb. Um, it's not a very hard one. However, this is where the B's and the A's fall back a little teeny weeny little bit of time. Um, I think looking at where the gaps are currently, I think it is unlikely unless the Bs go like crazy. I mean, look, is the gap come down to a minute? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. If the gaps come down to a minute, maybe this is where the Bs get it. In previous editions, when we've done this before, we had slightly smaller gaps, and the A's we had it before, the A's, the B's, and the C's when we did this route last season, gaps were smaller. All the teams basically caught each other on this climb, and I felt it's a little bit too close to well, I don't need that. I don't need this. Thank you. I can just press the arrow keys. No, go away. Um, yeah, in previous editions, the catch was whilst it was pretty cool to have that happen on the climb, it's a little bit too far away from the actual finish of the race. So we've got slightly bigger gaps than we had when we were on this course last season. So that's why we haven't seen the catch happen just yet. But we're gonna hop back and we're just gonna see how that gap works out. If the C's manage to get over this together in one group, then we're gonna be in a pretty good spot. It looks like the gap is about 1 minute 20 back to the B's. The B's need to go look, you can see on the map, and the A's aren't that far behind either, so you can see in the top right-hand corner of the map just how close. So all the teams are now on the climb. But they haven't caught each other yet. So that's pretty much perfect. If you're an event organizer, such as myself, that is exactly what you wanna see. Everyone on the climb together, but still some big gaps. There is a rider from the Bees who's just shot off the front. Not interested in working together. Going, "Come on, let's keep going. Let's push it." Jay Farron. Fair enough. I think, the gap now has come down. It's just about a minute to the Cs. This is where the Bs really need to go bang, 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 bang. You need to be firing, on all cylinders up this climb. This is make or break, to be honest, for the Bs in this race. You can just see the As. They've just gone around that little circular they've just gone around the tree, so they're not that far behind, the Bs. But yeah. Gonna have to push on. Oh, we've automatically just jumped in with the A's. Oh, come on, Pa, come on, Pa. from Horwich. I'm sure they pronounce it Horwich. Come on, that's it. Get on that wheel. Oh, the gap now from the A's to the B's is 30 seconds, so the A's are on fire. Fair play to all of the A riders out there. Oh, they've lost David. I'll give you some, I'll give you a ride on. Hopefully, help compensate for just getting dropped there. Um, great effort. Um, the A's, though, are pushing on, and they are desperate to get this gap again. It's gone down to 25 seconds between the Bs, and the A's, so they could seriously get the catch here. The Bs are ragged. Jesus Christ, Bs. Ah, it's all over the shop. This does not bode well. This does not bode well. That is nasty. The gap's still a minute to the C's, but the C's have done themselves dirty as well. Oh, dearie dear. James is off the front. He's like, "I ain't waiting for you. James, you're supposed to be a ride leader. I know you're not technically one, but come on. You can sit up. Let the guys come back here." David Paul, fellow coalition rider, he's probably there screaming at James, going, "What are you doing? Why would you do this to us?" And, yeah, no good answer for that, I'm afraid. James is the pantomime villain. Um, if you do have any comments for those who are watching on Instagram, there's not many of you, feel free to leave me a comment, I can just about see it. Okay. And also, if you are not, if you are watching from Twitch or YouTube, please send me a comment. I love to not be as lonely as I am right now at this moment in time, but I just mean that by doing the commentary. That's not like some plea. Um, yeah, that gap. Come on, C's, Jesus, come on, you've got to get back together. Um, Paul, come on, shepherd these 5 riders over. Paul, I'm trusting you, Paul. Uh 'Cause the gap still holding at a minute to the Bs. So, I feel like the gap's still 35 seconds about. Oh, no, the A's are ragged as well. No, they're all right, they're all right, they're all right. They have passed. They they are gonna catch some loose Bs, um, off the bat very soon, but they've still got a bit of a gap to close to the Bs. It's gonna be hard to do it when they've got a smaller group of riders on this little descent. It's gonna be difficult, but I think the A's can definitely catch the Bs. Whether the Bs will catch the Cs, that's very, very hard to say right now. So, again, pop in the comments what your predictions are, I'll happily share them with the rest of the world while watching this live stream. So we're just gonna catch, the A's, just catching some of the Bs. It is down to 20 seconds, so I just gotta remind myself how long this, route is. Wait a minute. Oh, help if I remember to throw Nyoka. Did some big numbers there, look at that. This is why you need a co-host, so whilst you're just googling something, they can actually cover your ass, basically. But no such joy for me, I have to do everything for myself. So 24.3, 24.3, well, it's gonna be over before you know it. So there are some Bs just being caught here by the As. There we go. Go on, Becca, hop on. Get on the train. The Bs absolutely all over the place. So I've got to be careful. I don't wanna miss the end of the race. This is always the biggest struggle, but fair play. A's all dropping all of their power ups to try and get ahead of the Bs, doing it for the pride at this point. This could be the point if the Bs, if they haven't completely destroyed themselves. The last few couple of Bs, could probably hang with the As. Oh, there's a few more Bs up the road? Oh, so there's some Bs mixed in with some Cs, so this is actually the front group. So they're about 11 se A's are about 11 seconds back. They definitely can get to this group, but I'm gonna have to hop in, just see what the gap is to what is going on? Is this the front of the race? Jesus, come on. Zwift, help a man out. I believe this is the front of the race. I don't think those Bs are actually ahead, are they? No, I don't think they are. I think it's just, I think Zwift is just being a nightmare to work with. I think James is at the front. So James is here. He's got a 20-second gap. Now the danger for James is that he's got a 20-second gap over the rest of the Cs, um, and he's riding over a category. So there is a serious danger that he's gone over the cat limit. We'll have to see at the end, but it looks like he's going to romp away. There is less than a kilometer to go, so let's just keep an eye on James here, who is going to get the win by all accounts. Swerving all over the place. Oh, getting a little bit sick watching him. If he gives, you can. I don't know. I think steering might be enabled. So we're going to hang with James just until the end. He's sat up a bit. I don't know if he's listening, but he's just cruising in now. Jim just hopped into the chat and he just said as well, always found Roof.com a tough one to race. Strong bees with good permanent power will drift where how stringy the group gets behind. If you're in the stragglers, it's a world of pain trying to close a 2-second gap. Yeah, there you go. That was it. So there's some final sprinting going on for the rest of the Cs. We're going to catch as many of them coming across the line. The Cs have won today. There they are. A whole bunch of them coming over. And here we're going to see some final orange numbers from some of the Bs, desperate to get some decent finishing points over the line. Hayes were just coming through then. And yeah, that's it. Now we're just thrown in the mix. Still a few riders out there. Ericsson switching out his jersey. Okay, well done to James, for getting the win. Why am I resizing the window? Pointless. Um, okay, we can just stay with David. The question is Jill still doing donuts? No, Jill stopped doing donuts. Jill, what happened? I look forward to finding out in the Discord. So, C's have won it, and not by a massive margin, to be honest. It was a lot closer. I think if the Bs had probably stuck together a lot better on the climb, then they could have had it. But again, catch 22, the Bs really needed to push on, and that was also where they lost some of the riders. So maybe they should have actually pushed on a little bit harder in the beginning. Who's to say? Great performance by the A's. Well done to everyone who raced in the A's. It was so close. With only 5 of you, if there'd been 10 A's, I think you would have got the win. So, it really does come down to numbers. So, congrats to everybody who raced the Chase to the Underground. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. It's been pretty cool to be back, and being able to give you a bit of live commentary and show what's actually happening in the Chase to the Underground. I've been trying to convince OJ to join me. He messaged me at 3 a.m. the other day. Um, he was out on the lash, and then we just talked to each other in um, cake analogies. Jim, Jim, thank you. Very kind. Appreciate that. Yeah, so I do want a co-host. So trying to get OJ. Okay, he's used to bigger gigs than this. I get it. But if anybody else also thinks they have got the gift of the gab, then let me know. I'm more than happy to host other people, get you in, get your commentary, um, get you chatting while I get myself a drink. See, look, empty glass, not good. The Warden again, head over if you haven't. There is a league on the Zwift Power. I will be updating it. Once everybody's finished, I'll check the results and then I'll update the league. We do have a league, and the league is rolling. It is your 4 best races every month, well, every 4 weeks. So there is a bit of movement at the top. So if you do come back every week, then you have a chance to actually, like, climb your way up our leaderboard. We did it that way because the last season, it was actually just your best races across the course of a season, which is quite long, it's pretty much a year, and then people basically secured their top spots and then, like, pissed off for, like, several months knowing that their result was safe, so we tried to just change it up a little bit, um, and, um, and make it a bit, I guess, more dynamic. We're actually gonna stay with Jill. I feel bad because she was doing those donuts. I'm gonna have to go back and clip that in Twitch and just share that with Jill, as a treat for her social media. So we're gonna watch Jill come over the line. Is that a map? No, like a Mavic cap. I don't know. I'm pretty low um, on items to wear. I always just wear the same thing. I have the white, Beta shoes because 'cause they're, like, the only shoe in Zwift which is, like, 100% white, um, which I really like, in real life, I just like pure white shoes. And then I always wear, like, the ZRL white helmet with white socks, tallest white socks you can get, so I'm fairly unimaginative. However, when I unlock that little Scotty the Squirrel cycling cap, I'm just switching to that 100% of the time, so nothing else is gonna, like, compare to that. I'm gonna catch Jill coming over the line, and then we are gonna head off into the night, try and find the best angle for Jill here. Doesn't wanna let me. Here we go. Matching, the bike is matching the end gate. There you go. Well done to Jill. Respect for keeping going when you did have that donut, scenario. Don't know what I mean. Feel free to go back in the stream and check it out. Alright, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Have an amazing weekend, everyone, and we'll be back again next Friday. So it is over and out from me. Have a good one.